What's up, everybody? Welcome to the live stream. We're doing a live demo drop as usual once per week. I changed the day to Thursday because I figured you guys are having an amazing heat wave over in Europe, so I didn't want to keep you from going out, and knowing that a lot of you are going to be enjoying this incredible weather, I thought, why not make this live stream a day earlier? The summer's setting in. It's time to enjoy yourselves, have fun, see some daylight, get rid of that green studio tan that we all seem to procure over the winter. And we're here in the live stream. We are live on Instagram. We are live on YouTube. So exciting to be here, guys. Absolutely love doing these live streams and listening to all of your incredible music. So if you have the opportunity to upload some of your music and you're looking for some feedback, there's a link in the description below if you're signing in via YouTube, and there's also one in the Instagram. There's a big red box that says upload music here. It's a completely sort of random selection with the live stream. You guys can upload your music. Just keep commenting the name of your song in the chat once you have, and that will let me know that you're here and you want feedback, because I only give feedback to people who are actually attending the stream. You can't just upload and leave and get your feedback later. It's all about being which I like the live stream because it's the closest that I get to kind of like one-to-one interaction with you guys. So that's really fun. We've got a cool background today, just the cow floating in space, and here you can see my microphone, which is currently in front of me. Any background suggestions are welcome. If we want to mess around with that, that would be fun too. But for now, we're with the cow in space. So, what's up, everybody? If you want to upload your music on Instagram, link is down there. If you want to upload your music on YouTube, link is in the description. Should we get started? Let me refresh the studio page. Let's go into the studio and see what people are uploading. So we only have a couple of tracks uploaded today. You see, that's what happens when there's a heat wave. Everyone goes to the pub. Everyone goes for an Aperol Spritz. And I don't blame you. I think it's actually a good thing. Do you know what I mean? I think it's a good thing that there are less people here. And more people out enjoying the hot weather. But yeah, upload your music, guys. Let's start with Diego Visions. Really cool. Great way to start the live stream. Really, really love that song. Really well produced. And I would say pretty much ready to release. Now, something that I want to share with you guys, which is really exciting, is we spoke about in the WhatsApp group. We did speak about this new boombox label that we're starting. So I just want to confirm exactly what's going on with that. So at Boombox, which is the website that we are using for you guys to upload your music and get feedback, we are adding a new Boombox label services, which isn't a label. I just want to specify it's not a label, it's label services. And basically, what that allows us to do is have the opportunity for you to get your incredible music out of the live stream and into the real streaming world. And we're going to have the whole Boombox team hand hold you through this process. So you'll be able to, let me actually, I created a little pitch deck for this. Let me just bring it up. Give me one sec, guys. I had it and then I lost it, but I will get it. So essentially, the idea is that here we go. We have the opportunity. Here we go. Here we go. All right. We have the opportunity here. Let me just see what this looks like on Instagram because it's probably massive and it will need a little bit of adjusting. Let me just do that quickly. Yeah, here we go. Okay. Oh, hold on. There we go. That'll do for now. So yeah, so if you upload your music to the live stream via Boombox, and you know a lot of you have got these finished tracks, they sound amazing. Everything and in my opinion, the music that we're getting in the live streams these days deserves to be out there in the real world. Now I know that taking that next step psychologically can be difficult. Obviously, there's the administrative side of it, which is a bit of a pain in the A sometimes, but that's why we created this Boombox Artist Label Kit. So basically, the Boombox team, which is I'm part of the Boombox team, part of the company where I work, we're going to help you get the music out there. So what are we going to do? We're going to help you set up your artist profile and bio, so you have everything ready for distribution. We're going to release your music directly to streaming platforms via your own boombox, because you can actually do it personally via your boombox where you have the dashboard, but the team's going to help you through that. And then That's going to be done with the label manager, and then I'm going to help you guys with the socials and putting it on our Boombox Spotify playlist as well. So helping you with the promotion and kick starting your release. I know a lot of you don't like making content, which is why I'm coming in to help you, and hands-on human assistance throughout the entire process. No AI bots, none of that rubbish. So the way it's going to work is you're going to submit your music and your artwork. There's a link for that. I'll tell you where it is in a moment. Then our label managers will reach out to you. That's India and Emma, and they're going to help you get your music from Boombox into the distribution section, which will then mean it's on Spotify, Apple Music, so on and so forth. And our label marketing team, that's me, I'll reach out to you once you've done that, so we can make some content around it and promote your music as best as possible. So via our socials, we have something like 12,000 followers on Instagram. We've got a ton of followers on subscribers on YouTube as well. Probably have some opportunity to promote it as well via the live stream too, which is really cool. And the way it's going to work is there's a link in the description below where you're going to submit. That I got to how it works. Maybe. Oh no, wait, hold on. That's the new one, and that's the original one. I need to delete that slide. So what we need from you, everything that I just spoke about before. You're going to need to upload your finished song in the inbox link, in the link in the description below, with your artwork as well. So in the inbox, you can also upload images, right? So your music and your artwork. So this can be your press shot or your album artwork, ideally both if you can, but just tell us which one you want to use. And then you need to update your Boombox profile. So if you haven't done that, your Boombox profile, I'm just going to show you what that looks like. Profile settings. So if you go to profile settings, you can update everything here. So you can put your name, your handle, and essentially what we need here is just for you to upload a few of your tracks in the sample tracks, write out your bio, which we can use for distribution, and then put your social handles as well. And that's just going to help us be able to help you complete the distribution process, and also for me to then go and make that content and collaborate with you and tag you and so on. So once you've done that, it will look something like this, just pretty nice. And this just lets us know a little bit more about you and everyone at Boombox in the network as well, which, by the way, we have a brand spanking new shiny network, which is really, really, really cool, which I definitely recommend you guys go check out. So lots of fun things there, and really, really excited to have you guys as part of this. Now, there are limited spaces. We're only accepting 5 people this month, and I'm not the only one promoting this, just so you know. So do upload your music as soon as you can with your artwork. Then as soon as we're ready, we think you're the right fit, we will contact you and we'll guide you through the next process. So really excited to work with you on this, guys. And so is the rest of the team. Let me know if you have any questions in the chat. In the meantime, we'll play a little bit more music and I'll try and answer those at the end of the next song. Okay, next in line, we've got Night Rider by Halal Man.
All units, robbery in progress at Lakeside Bank on West Jackson Boulevard. Be advised, assailants are armed and dangerous. Getaway car is a black Pontiac Trans Am heading southbound on South Clark Street.
Really cool, man. I like your take on the Knight Rider track. I think the sound selection is good. I like the kind of choppy vocals you put in as well. I think it would have been like cooler if you'd taken it a step further. I think it sounds too close to the original, too much of a recreation. I think you're like heading in the right direction with the kind of the remix aspect of it, but I would have loved to have heard like an actual proper remix, whether you went the techno route or the house route or just something a little harder. It's really good. Like it's cool, it's fun, it's accurate, but it just feels like a sort of a copy of. I mean, I know it is. I just think you could push it further and you could be more creative with the elements in order to make it more of a remix rather than a remake. And that's kind of what it sounds like for me. You could have sped it up or slowed it down. I think definitely changing the drum rhythm as well. Still pretty sick. Yeah, it does sound too close to the original. That's why I said remakes instead of remakes. But great job anyway, man. Thanks for sending that in. All right, next we've got Smooth Dissonance, sorry, by Atan. Welcome to the live stream, everyone. If you'd like feedback on your music, a link is in the description below on YouTube, or it's in a little red box on the live. You can upload your music and get feedback. Pretty cool, man. Sorry, just before I keep listening, can you tell me a bit more about the drums? I'm guessing these are samples which have been put in via MIDI, right? Cool, man. So I just want to quickly stop and say, I love the melodies. I think the rhythm is fantastic. I like the arrangement as well. What's missing for me from this track is I can really tell that it's VST MIDI drums. Everything sounds, the sample selection is good, but it sounds a little stiff and a little, if I'm being honest, just a little clean and clinical. This kind of soulful record, it needs soul. And let's talk a little bit about what that means, because that's not really a technical word, is it? Soul for me, if we think of like AI being soulless and humans being soulful, soul is all about imperfection. And I think that's what this track actually lacks, is imperfection. And an easy way to do this, so I just want to jump to what I think needs to be corrected and how it can be, right? Or changed, maybe corrected is subjective. Pitch modulation, flanges, anything that has some sort of random rate and makes things feel a little wonkier is going to add soul. So a combination of pitch modulation effects on an unsynced rate, as well as unquantized drums. I think the drums are too quantized, in my opinion. And maybe they're unquantized, but they're only unquantized for like 2 bars, and then I hear the repeat. So we lose that live feeling because there isn't imperfection in the timing, in the accenting or the velocity because you're using MIDI. There isn't any randomization or variation in things like pitch that maybe a tape machine would cause, like a bit of flutter or a bit of pitch modulation. And then, like, all of those things together would basically allow you to have a track that just grooves a little bit more. Do you know what I mean? It just kind of like feels like, oh, even though I've heard this loop 4 bars before, something feels different. So we've got to remember that people don't listen to music, they feel music. How do we help them feel music? Because ultimately, I think you've got a great production here. Like I said, great melody, great rhythm, great sound selection. Now it's time to get a little bit daring with it and start thinking about, how do I add some spice? Right now we got a little salt and a little pepper, but I want some cumin, I want some paprika, I want some chili powder. Do you know what I mean? Like, and I just don't think it's necessarily just modulation. I think it's variation on accents, variation on timing, right? So let's just listen through that a little bit, because everything sounds very loopy, even though if you're going to do the live sound, do the live sound. Do you know what I mean? Either send it to a real drummer and get them to re-record it, or make a really big effort to go in on the MIDI parts. Yes, this is really cool. So just quickly before we go in, either make it unapologetically VST. Do you know what I mean? Like, really lean into that and make it like, this is 100% VST, and almost make it corny, or make it sound real. Right now, it's kind of trying to be somewhere in the middle. Or, dude, just hire a real instrumentalist to play these parts. That would actually be the best thing to do. Yes, it's cool, man. It's really cool. But even the drums just don't have like a room reverb on them. Do you know what I mean? They're kind of dry. Like, even the kick is kind of dry and clean, and it's the same velocity every single time. Like, the kick doesn't differentiate in volume at all. But you've got a great place to work from. So, well done, man. Now it's all about, go have some fun. Go articulate those different sections in order to add variety and feeling and soul to the records. But great work, man. All right, what have we got next? Is anyone else? No one's uploaded? The hell's going on, guys? Let me see if there's anyone in the chat. What's up, Arts Prod? I'm good, man. How are you? Anyone else want to upload their music today? We have a few people, quite a few people. We've got 12 people live. None of y'all want feedback. Only 3 of you want feedback. Yeah, humanizing by hand is the way to go. I always humanize by hand, just with the change the velocity tool, and then just move the MIDI notes, the length, the timing, until it just feels right. I'm going to start doing tutorials soon. I'm going to give you a breakdown of how humanized certain aspects of my records are at the moment, where it's like every single tiny little detail, and it's so off the grid with so much of it that you would be surprised and you'd be like, what? Like, how does that even sound good? But it does. It sounds really good. And it has a lot of soul and a lot of life. So is that it, guys? This is it. Just 3 tracks today. On the 2 and the 4, yeah, but then it feels just kind of copy and pasted, right? Like maybe just 2 snares have a different velocity, but then the rest of them are all the same. Am I correct in thinking that? Sure. I mean, why not, guys? I'm waiting for you guys to upload music, so upload away. Link is in the bio on YouTube, or it's in the little red box at the bottom of the screen on the Instagram Live. So you guys can upload your music there. Ela Sound Project says, check out the new release of Who. I would, but you got to upload it in the link because that's where I'm playing all the music from, guys. I guess I'll just play some hold music in the meantime. Hi, and welcome to the Boombox livestream. Press 1 to upload your music. Please remember that once you upload your music, you'll be placed in a queue. Your current queue number is 169. Please hold. Your track, Satisfy, is about to be played. Please hold. joining the Boombox live stream. Submit your demo in the link below. Banger by Foreign. Such a great record, dude. A little bit of Wipeout from the late 90s there. Smash that vibe. Which name are we talking about? Are we talking about Noise or my real name? Damn, this is one of the best songs I've heard in a while. Let's add this to the top picks playlist. We haven't done a top picks playlist in a while, so let's make a new one. Top picks playlists. Playlist, what is it? Let's call it June, because it's almost June. Great playlist. Let's go. I'll share this playlist with you guys in the WhatsApp group if you want to join the WhatsApp group. Link is in the bio. Link is in the bio. Link is in the description. Join the freaking WhatsApp group. Noise. Okay, so Noise originates... Noise originates like, dude, honestly, it was just a name that I came up with when I wanted to start my music studio / online production company. I never intended for me to be called Noise. It was always my studio that was called Noise. And then the handle was taken for Noise, so I just had Noise London. And then everyone started knowing me as Noise London, but in fact it was just my studio that was called Noise London. But I'm actually changing the name from Noise to something else soon. All to be revealed probably in September. I'm kind of working towards a rebrand at the moment, which is really, really, really exciting. It's a huge project. I know it doesn't sound like a big project, but it actually is. But it is really exciting. Okay, let's go for the next track. Because I was born in London. Yeah, well, I was born in London and my studio used to be in London. So, all of those things, essentially. All right, next. Guys, I'm going to play tracks from people who haven't had their tracks played. So, thank you for uploading more tracks today, like extra tracks and stuff. I will try and get to them later. This is A Leap of Faith by Tekase. Music that my good friend Bryn Lydell makes. He's from Vancouver, and it's this really beautiful kind of trance-inspired dance music that I think works really well. Also in the environment, you know, Vancouver's such a beautiful place and very majestic and mystical, and does really well. The sound, like it's the kind of electronic music, that kind of lane 8 sound that plays well into like nature, essentially. So really, really love it. Great work, man. I think it's fantastic. Put it out. You know, you're probably waiting to really you said you're pitching it to a label, but I think it's great, man. I would like to hear like a little more contrast sound-wise, like maybe some sounds that kind of pop out a little bit more just to grab my attention. But I know that's not necessarily in the genre, and this is just subjective, but I guess that's just what I would want to hear. Otherwise, great job. Great job. All right, next we've got Enigma. Who's this? Bloom.
Místico, mágico, enigma. Místico, mágico, enigma. Enigma. Místico, mágico, enigma. Místico, mágico, enigma.
It's really cool. I think the vocals could be a little more compressed and then just sit a little further on top of the track. And also I would layer the lead vocal with like a whispered version, like Enigma. Do you know what I mean? And have that on the sides or something just to add a bit more ambience. I love liquid drum and bass, man. This is my jam. Really nice work, man. Really nice work, guys. So welcome to the live stream. If you're looking to get feedback on your music, whether you're on Instagram or YouTube right now, link is in the description below. On Instagram, it's on screen. You can upload your music. And then just write the name of your song in the chat and I'll give you some feedback. This is really strong, man. Love this track. I think there could be a bit more from the low end. I don't think that the low end is as embracing as I would want it to be for this kind of track. The rest of the record is good. Little bit more sidechain as well. A little bit more pump to the kick. And a little bit bigger bass and bigger kick, just a bit warmer down there. I think some tape will benefit from some tape saturation, maybe like Saturn 2 from Fab Filter with warm tape. I think would just give it some more harmonics that it's lacking right now. It's a little clean down there, and I just, you know, with drum and bass, I want to feel that hug from the low end. Obviously, it's not jump up, so I don't want it to be super aggressive, but I just do want to feel a little like it's a little warmer. Right now, it actually feels like the kick is a little limited a bit too hard or compressed a bit too hard. It sounds like there's a bit of distortion on the kick or something. So getting that to sound a little cleaner with a warmer bass and getting the two to interact better, I think is going to add to the feeling of the record. But otherwise, it's really good. So guys, if you're just joining the live stream, I also want to share something really cool with you guys that I'm doing. I'm muted? I don't think I am muted. I can see my voice coming through. Maybe it muted for a second. We are doing a boombox artist label kit. So if you're getting your music played right now, you've uploaded it by boombox, which is the company that I am a part of. We've been building over the past 4 years. And now we're giving you guys the opportunity to take your amazing music from the live stream and put it out there into the real world on the streaming platforms. But I know that that's a little bit of a scary thing. So we're going to take the opportunity to hold your hand through this process and get you set up. You know, all the administrative stuff, which can be a bit long and a bit confusing. Well, this is what we're going to do for you. So we're going to help you set up your artist profile and your bio. We're going to release your music directly to all the major streaming platforms via your own boombox, so you have control through your dashboard of your releases. We're also going to promote your music on our social media and our Spotify playlist. We have a Boombox Spotify playlist, hands-on human assistance throughout the entire process. And that's what I was talking about. Our team is going to guide you through that, and I'm part of that team, which is really cool. So you're going to submit your music and artwork, and then our label managers are going to reach out to you. That's Emma in India. And then our marketing team, aka me, I'm going to reach out to you once that's ready, and we're going to make some content on your music so that it comes out the same day as it's released. So what we need from you is your finished song, which is going to go in the inbox link below. Well, actually, there'll be a link to these slides here. Your artwork also in the inbox link, and then you've got to update your profile on Boombox. So if you've never done that before, your profile on Boombox is in the top right hand corner. go to profile settings, and then you can add all your details here. So upload some tracks, upload a bio, say where you're from, and then add your social links as well, which will allow me to add you as a collaborative poster when we put the content out. So the inbox link is here. You can just open this file, which is in the link in the description on YouTube. You click on the word here. That's going to take you to the inbox. Once you've uploaded your music, our label managers reach out to you. Now, applications close next Friday. Okay, next Friday. Do I need to make this more obvious? Click here. There are limited spaces. We're only accepting 5 people, so not everyone is going to have the chance to do this. Okay, really excited to work with you guys on this and help you get your incredible music out into the real world. But for now, let's move on and listen to more music. Next, we have Wizard Blood, New Life. Track man. So yeah, just reading what you guys are saying in the comments here on YouTube. Charlie thinks the low end is a bit blown out. I think it's maybe just that the kick is not quite the right sample for the vibe of the track. I think I would like to hear it with a different kick and see if that could have a different relationship with the bass. The bass is taking up a lot of room in like frequency wise. I don't know that it's necessarily blown out. I didn't mind the balance of the track actually. I thought it was kind of warm and... Let me listen again. Oh, that's quite nice actually. I think it sounds pretty good. look, it's not the cleanest mix, but I don't mind that. I think it's vibey. I think it's emotional. I think it's kind of part of the energy. Jason, I like this a lot. I think you've done a great job. Love the vocal, love the melodies. It's unique. It's emotional and it has identity. And I think those are the two things that I really look for in a track: emotion and identity. And I think you've done a really great job of combining your vintage sound with a kind of more modern production. And I can tell it's you. And I love that. I love that I can tell that it's you. That is one of the things that makes me really happy, is when I hear a track and I know exactly which artist it's coming from, rather than hearing a replica of many other dance records. So really well done. It's got a bit of a Swedish House Mafia thing going on. It's got a bit of a Daft Punky thing going on. It's a great combination of clearly a lot of influences and inspirations from your pool of sound. Oh my god, I can't get the words out today. Ignore me. Sounds like you got some inspiration from those artists. Anyway, okay, let's go to the next track. This is Nassim Ghazli. Is it true? You hear Nassim? Really cool. I like this track a lot. I think the vibe is that I think the sound selection, things sound a bit dry and a bit clean and a bit clinical. We had another track like this earlier in the stream, and that's what I was kind of pointing at, guys, is like you've got, so the vocal has got a ton of soul, and the melodies do too. Actually, A10, it sounds very similar to what you did in terms of like chord progression and melodic structure, but because it's done in a computer with VSTs and samples, you do actually have to make an extra effort to humanize everything. I mean, I think we should be doing this anyway, just like even if you're making any sort of electronic music, because that's what really gives it the magic. That's what gives it the zhuzh, the sauce. But it's, I mean, it's, again, it's a great foundation. Now it's time to kind of like layer in some humanity, right? So take some live recordings, chop them up, layer them onto the other recordings. So every snare hit feels slightly different, every kick hit feels slightly different. The hats have a bit of more of a shuffle. There's a bit of room reverb. There's a bit of pitch modulation. You know what I mean? Just things to make it wonkier. It just sounds too clean. Guys, and when things sound too clean, like AI yet hasn't really figured out how to do timbre, like which is like sonic, what I would consider like sonic tonal identity. That's what timbre is. It hasn't really figured out how to get things wrong. Everything here sounds too perfect. As a result of sounding too perfect, it doesn't sound that dissimilar to maybe what AI would produce. So it really is up to us to try and make things sound more human, because we are using robots to make our music. A computer is a robot, right? So let's take what the robot gives us, which is speed, quantization, perfect pitch, and all those things, and then imperfect it. And that's what's going to give us feeling. That's what's going to make us connect better with music too. Okay, next. Let's have a look. Okay, we've got some doubles here, so Our Raindrops from Heaven by Hillel. go back a second. Just try to That sounds really good, man. I just think like your timpanis have no low end. Like the whole track just doesn't have any bass. The production and the arrangement and everything is beautiful, but there's no. Do you know what I mean? Like even in the beginning, every time I hear timpani, it feels so light, dude. It feels like there's just the click of the timpani rather than the. Even the taikos, the taikos feel really light and really clicky, and there's no mid range. It's like a big cut out of the mid range from the drums, and I think that's actually it's making it sound really like clean and clinical. I mean, it's nice, man. It is good. It's a good production, but where's the low end? And I look, these are closed back headphones, so these usually like create a lot of low end. Do you know what I mean? And here, rest is sick though. Love it. Absolutely love it. Great work, man. All right, we got one more here from A10. I'm happy to play Luis Trevino's track. Luis, are you in the chat? The drums are better here, but like I'm still not hearing any like room reverb. Do you know what I mean? I'm still hearing like a very dry drum production that could still do with more movement, more tape flutter. When it comes back in, it just doesn't feel good. It sounds good, but it doesn't feel good. Like the second hit would be louder, ta-da, or da da, where da da, it'd be maybe the snare would be open on the first hit, and on the second hit, the drummer would make an effort to keep the stick on the drum or put their hand or something so that the snare is tighter on the second one. But it's the same hit twice. It doesn't really change in velocity. It doesn't change in accent. It doesn't change sustain. It doesn't change in release. And it's such a small thing, man, but it makes such a big difference. Yeah, there's a difference between something sounding good and something feeling good. I think another way we could think about it is like looking good and tasting good, right? Like sometimes food looks really good, but then it doesn't taste good. Like when Instagram became a big thing, like 10 years ago, there was a lot of food that looked great on Instagram. And then you go somewhere and you go and eat it and you'd be like, this doesn't taste that good. It just looks good. Whereas like I would rather food looked less good and tasted better. Obviously, if you can get the best of both worlds. It's the same with clothing, right? Sometimes like you could see something on, I don't know, like a celebrity or whatever, like a piece of clothing, and you're like, wow, that looks so good, right? But one of the reasons it looks so good on them is because they feel good wearing it, and therefore they deliver this energy. It's a little metaphysical. I know I'm getting a little like metaphorical here, okay? So if you ever like see some clothes and then you go and try it on for yourself and it doesn't really fit and it doesn't really make you feel confident, well, it doesn't matter how expensive or how well tailored that piece of clothes is, whatever. If it doesn't feel good for you, you're never gonna wear it properly. You're never gonna be able to transmit that energy. So exactly the same with music is that you might find the perfect snare sample, but if you can't make it sound good in the track, and by sound good, I mean alive, energetic, human, all these things are human, right? When we talk about like food that's made with love, right? People ask me, where's the best Italian restaurant in the world? I say my grandma's kitchen. Why? Does she present it? Does she have a Michelin star? Does she use silver forks and knives? No, she makes it with love. And when you make something with love and feeling and passion, not only does it have identity, but that energy transfers to other humans. I'm not like a super spiritual guy or like anything like that. Like, yeah, I believe in that. All of my girlfriends, as in like friends who are girls, super spiritual beings. It's a lot of fun chatting with them about this kind of stuff. Am I super spiritual myself? No. But do I believe that we need to transmit a feeling when we make something as abstract as music? 100%. Right? Because the music that's not transmitting feelings right now is AI music. So how can we have an advantage? By transmitting emotion and feeling. How do we do that? By creating imperfection. And imperfection is actually perfect because, and it sounds really weird, but as humans, we are all imperfect. So when we notice other imperfections, that is our way of connecting with something. We don't connect with perfection because it doesn't exist. It's not a real thing, apart from in the world of AI, potentially, where it's trying to aim for this mathematically perfect goal. But music is not mathematically perfect. Music is mathematically imperfect and probably the most abstract art form in the world. If you think about it, we are listening to floating vibrations through the air at different frequencies, at different speeds, at different frequencies. There's nothing more abstract than music, right? But it's the thing that we feel the most. So go in, man, get deep, and listen to other records that are made by humans, not by VST's live sounding records, and try and imitate what they're doing. Even when I'm making electronic music, there's something that I'm always trying to slip in is that how can we make the sound a bit wonkier, a bit more human? Or if we are trying to make it, if it is an electronic record, how can we use the electronic sound to our advantage to make it technically brilliant? You know what I mean? Like, there are some things which are technological, which are brilliant because they push the boundaries. If we listen to some drum and bass, I wouldn't say that anything in there is necessarily organic sounding. Well, that's not entirely true. But there are some things that they do in there which are so technically advanced that it just kind of like blows your mind. All right, guys. Well, okay, let's play one more by Charlie here.
face and everyone. Nothing burns like the afterglow. I'm struggling with moving on. Lost in the pain, I fade out. I'm screaming but there's no sound. I've made mistakes but I see them now. Lost in the pain, I fade out. It's all for you, for you, for you, for you, for you, for you, for you. It's all for you, for you.
It's really cool, man. I think you could be doing more with the drum. I think one of the drums here could be more saturated. I think the kit could have slightly different velocities as well, but really cool.
Lost in the pain, I fade out. I'm screaming but there's no sound. I've made mistakes but I see them now. Lost in the pain, I fade out. It's all for you, 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 I see your face and everyone. Nothing burns like the afterglow. I'm struggling with moving on. Lost in the pain, I fade out. I'm screaming but there's no sound. I've made mistakes but I see them now. Lost in the pain, I fade out. It's all for you, for you, for you, for you, for you, for you, for you. It's all for you, for you, for you.
I like the vocals, man. I just think, like, can you be doing more texturally in this record? Like, the sounds are beautiful, but there's nothing in there that's polyrhythmic and kind of random and giving a bit, and correct me if I'm wrong, but do you know what I mean? It could be anything. It could be some white noise coming from a synth that you're automating completely randomly. Everything, it feels like it's a little synced to the grid. And I think you got a bit of that in the breakdown, but there's opportunity for more ear candy and a bit more randomness that I'm not really getting here. I'm getting a really, really solid demo and a beautiful track to build upon. Again, where are those imperfections? Where are the random, like shakers or bells or whatever it is that kind of just take me out of it ever so slightly for a moment, and then I can come back in. Everything feels a little linear, a little predictable, a little obvious. So that's important because of the style of the track. Now there's an opportunity to, maybe some of the drum hits are a little bit more saturated than others, but randomly again. Do you know what I mean? Like polyrhythmic saturation could also work to your advantage. So it's not the same drum hit that's saturated every time. It's like, you know what I mean? It's just like, how can you add just a little bit more movement? Right now, I think it feels too safe, if I'm being honest. And there are other people out there who are kind of breaking things and, break some of the elements. Guys, polyrhythm. So we talk a lot about like the things that separate the bros from the pros, right? There are a few things. One is call and response. Call and response is probably, if you listen to any great record, like any great record out there, there's call and response, or there's like lead imitation, okay? So that's when the lead from the synth and the vocal kind of do the same thing. But call and response is ultimately what separates the bros from the pros. The other thing is polyrhythmic changes, especially in electronic music, right? So what is polyrhythm? Polyrhythm is something that does not follow a synchronized tempo. So it's not happening at the same time. So 4/4 is the time signature that we work in dance music. But what if you have something that's in 3/4, for example? Then the hits are going to be a bit random. Now, what if you apply polyrhythm, maybe not necessarily to a sound, like as in like changing the rhythm of a sound, but changing the rhythm of an effect, right? Also applying effects that don't have a synchronized rate. So unsynchronized delays, unsynchronized flanges, things like that, that make everything feel a bit more random, a bit more imperfect, and add to the feeling of a record and push the boundaries a little bit, okay? So that's what basically I would aim for, guys. Listen, this has been absolutely fantastic. Before I go, just remember that there's a link in the description below if you want to submit your music to the Boombox Artist Label Kit. We're going to help you get your music out there onto streaming platforms and hold your hand throughout the process. All human assistance, no AI. And we'll even make content and help you promote it on the day of release. So all the things artists need to get their music out there. I know that it can be difficult. I know that it can be psychologically tricky and devilish, but that's why we're here. So really excited. If you want to sign up, link is in the description below. Thanks so much, everybody. It's been a pleasure as always, and I'll see you next week. Actually, I won't see you next week.